Shortcuts are meant to get you where you're going a whole lot faster, but every now and then, isn't it nice to put on the brakes, take a deep breath, and savor a unique perspective on Oregon? Hi there, Grant McComey here, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And this week, we take a rest stop at a place you've likely missed as we visit with a local man who hangs on to history. It's a perspective on Oregon you'll really enjoy as we head down the trail to the 3 Mile Museum. Winter's hold seems firm and lasting across Oregon on a day marked by more fresh snowfall. The snow lights up the scene across the Coast Range mountain foothills, while across the Tualatin Valley, it's quiet times, and the farming life is mostly indoors.
Welcome to our museum.
Tom Meyer is a lifelong learner and self-proclaimed protector of Oregon's past at a place you've likely missed.
We are exactly 3 miles from the cutoff to Gales Creek, and this is the 3 Mile Museum.
It's a home for one-of-a-kind farm tools that got the jobs done when ingenuity was born of necessity.
This is what they call a shoe stretcher. Wet it and push out where the bunion was, and then she'd put her shoe back on, and then she'd say, "Oh, that feels so much better."
Rescued items like old spurs, projectors, and even older telephones. For decades, Meyer has scoured old homesteads and family estate sales.
This one here just blew my mind away. This poor homesteader, evidently he wasn't close enough to the hospital to have somebody set that splint properly, so he made this himself.
And gathered together items that can leave you scratching your head.
When you see an original, authentic, antique artifact that says Oregon, believe me, you will know it. It just jumps out at you.
Some of the items are ancient.
They didn't have the luxury of going to Walmart and buying all these things. They had to be 100% self-sufficient.
Meyer says better here than the landfill.
I bought one collection from a farmer who was taking it to the dump. And I says, "No," I said, "this stuff has value." And he says, "Well, you get it out of here." If it weren't for me, this would have been buried 100 feet under the ground and then be lost for all perpetuity. I've always said small museums have a place in history.
There are really old political buttons and fishing stuff to catch big ones. 14,000 items and growing each day inside the kind of place that just makes you feel good to see that someone cares this much about our past.
Their philosophy was use it up, wear it out, make it do.
Friends stop in at the 3 Mile Museum.
I'm going to tell you where this came from.
It's an item to make the butter prettier. They can buy things like this from the Sears Roebuck catalog.
Probably.
But I'm more inclined to think this was handmade, which makes it more valuable.
Sometimes with donations.
Every once in a while I get lucky, like I did today, because this is a real treasure.
I would say super eclectic. That's an excellent word for that. Little of everything here. We've become a throwaway society. Buy it, use it for a while, throw it away. But in those days, they kept so many things and used them until they were extremely worn out and of absolutely no value anymore.
Tom admits to 40 years of pack ratting, but selectively.
Original Nikes.
You see, this former grade school teacher is adamant that we risk losing ourselves when we lose touch with where we've come from.
I like to have things that nobody else has. How many people have a museum in their own backyard?
So his 3 Mile Museum is a tie that binds us with our stuff, Oregon's past with the present.
Why have this stuff if you can't show it off?
Practical, useful, even historic, all words that apply to Tom Meyer's 3 Mile Museum. And to that end, we provided all the details, directions, and the contact information so you can make your own arrangements for a visit. It's an admission-free visit, by the way, so check that out right here on the Travel Oregon website. And until next week, get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors and let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComey.